All right, yeah, let me show you exactly what happened. You see what happened there? Now I'm going to inspect the rotor. The rotor is bad as well. So what happened is that the caliper scratched the rotor and completely destroyed the rotor inside. The rotor in there is really scratched. So that rotor is not good. It needs to be replaced now. Hello guys and welcome back to PMX Motorsport. Today we're going to talk about brakes and calipers. Well, as you all can see, I'm working on a F350. This one has issues with the brakes caliper. So the customer, he totally ignored the signal that their pads were really low. He kept using the brakes, and what happened is the caliper failed. All the fluid is leaking through this caliper right now. We're gonna take the wheel off. We're gonna inspect the caliper, and most likely we're gonna have to replace it. So stay with us, and I'm gonna show you the whole process. Ah. Fluid in my hands already, so right now we're gonna pull the tire out. So it's really heavy. We got it. Look at this. Look at all the fluid. It came to the caliper because what happened is he ran out of pad and the piston came all the way out and now through that piston. That caliper most likely is going to be shot, so it needs to be replaced. There's no way we can reuse that one. All right, guys, let me show you this. All right, this over here, that's a piece of the caliper. I'm sorry, the brake pad. So the brake pad completely came out of the caliper. It's right here. So you see this? That's what left for your pad. The pad goes on top of this. Inside the caliper. So bad day for this customer. Really bad day. All right. All right, now we're gonna put the caliper out and it should be good to go. Get a new one. Okay, so I want to show you something, and I want you guys to share your opinion in the comments down below. This over here is an spacer that has been used in this truck, so please leave your opinion about this in the comments. Do you think it's safe? Do you think it's good to use spacers on a truck that is lifted like this with the 20 inches wheels and 13.5 by 20? Or you think it's a bad idea? Do you think it's not a bad idea? So, all right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the caliper. The first thing we're gonna take off is the brake line. It's gonna leak a little bit of oil, which is fine. I have a container here to get the oil. Oil is dripping right now. Okay. It's got a caliper. What the? There's a 17 millimeter in this one. All right. So what I noticed in this truck, this is not the front axle for this specific year. This is an 06 that has been fully converted to a 2012, 2013 pickup truck. So this caliper, it might be the smaller version or it might be the bigger version. So Ford, from 2010 until 2013, they ran on the front and a smaller caliper versus the 2013, 2016 version. Best way to do this, since I don't know what years is actual specifically, so I'm going to pull the caliper out and we're going to go to the auto part directly, and then we're going to try to match the part instead of going there and getting the wrong part. And to avoid the back and forth, I'm just going to pull it out. I'm going to take it directly to the auto part until we get the right part. This is out. This is out over here. All right, yeah, let me show you exactly what happened. You see? See what happened there? Now I'm going to inspect the rotor. The rotor is bad as well. So what happened is that the caliper scratched the rotor and completely destroyed the rotor inside. I don't know if you all can see here. See if we can give a better angle on the camera, where you can show you exactly what happened. It scratched the rotor really bad. You see? Obviously, didn't have any brakes. No pads left. What was supposed to be a simple brake pad replacement job, now it turned into like the caliper, the rotor, and the pad, and all of the above. Let's see if we can put the camera over here so we can show hold the light. I don't know if you guys can see. The rotor in there is really scratched. So that rotor is not good. It needs to be replaced now. So we put new pads in there, and it's only gonna work for like maybe, I don't know, I would say like a week, maybe 2 weeks. Yeah, it's a shame, but it's what it is. All right, so we just came back from the AutoZone. We found the caliper. It's actually from 2012 Ford 350. So there's no difference between the single wheel and the dually. Apparently, it's the same caliper. The only exception will be the two-wheel drive versus the four-wheel drive. So the two-wheel drive is a different caliper that has like a bigger bracket, and it's definitely a whole different scenario. So, all right, so now we're gonna mount the caliper, and we're gonna use the pads. So we got brand new pads. All right, so we got the pads ready, so we're gonna install the caliper right now. See if this light won't stay here. All right. Here's the new caliper. In this scenario, we don't have to use the tool because it's a brand new caliper and the pistons aren't all the way in. So on the other side, we're gonna have to use a special tool to bring the piston back to the original position. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the other side. The other side didn't get damaged as this one, so we're just gonna replace the pads, and it should be fine. Now, like I mentioned before, on this side, the rotor is really bad, so the customer is gonna have to replace that pretty soon, and it's not cheap. It can be pricey.
Here we got the owner coming out.
The owner of the truck, yes.
I mean, turn around so you guys can see his third cut.
Oh boy. What happened? Oh. You see the bracket he designed? No, I'm doing this side now. I need the C-clamp. All right, so this caliper is gonna be bad too. I'm just saying the piston is stuck inside, and it's not good what I'm saying right now. It doesn't look good. We're gonna have to go to the other part again. I hope we have another one. Yep, you guys can see. That's a caliper too. That's what happens when you neglect the pads in your car. Never ignore a signal. When you try to stop the car and the pedal is going down, like it's not stopping the car, and you feel like there's no pressure, it means you gotta replace your pads, because bad thing actually can happen, like this over here. All right, it's time to go get another caliper. All right, so we just got the new caliper from the AutoZone for the right side, the passenger side. Now we install the pads, making sure those are in position. Small brackets in there, this side in. All right, we're done installing the caliper. Now we're gonna mount the wheel, and we're gonna bleed the system for air. All right, we're done installing the calipers and the pads on the driver and passenger side. The next step will be bleeding all the air from the system. We're gonna get on we're gonna start all the way from the back of the truck, but we're gonna start the farthest point from the driver, which is gonna be the rear passenger. We're gonna go in a pattern. So we're gonna start the rear passenger, we're gonna go the rear driver, we're gonna come front passenger, and then we're gonna do the front driver. All right, so now we're gonna check the fluid. This is the reservoir for the brake fluid, so it's really low. We're gonna add fluid as needed. Step up here, take a look inside. It's really empty, so we get to the bottom. Just gonna put the strainer back in there. Alright, for the bleeding process, we gotta leave the cap off. That way the air can go back into the system. It can travel all the way to the lines and come back to the reservoir, and it can bleed through here. So always a cap off of this. Alright, we're gonna start the bleeding process. We're gonna get underneath the product. We're gonna start that process now. We're getting underneath. Okay, pump it. Keep pumping it. Okay. Leave it all the, pump it, leave it all the way down. Okay, good. Okay, again. Okay. Okay. You feel it hard? Yeah. Okay, leave it on all the way down. All right, try now and tell me how it feels. Hard? All right. The truck running, and we want to make sure it brakes working and all that before we go for the test drive. It should be fine. Shouldn't have any issues. Yeah, we're gonna have to add more fluid to it. A little low, but all right, now we're going to go for the test drive, make sure it's all good before the customer actually drives the truck away. If something happens, we're going to inspect the brakes and and make sure that everything is fine. All right, that's it. It looks good. Yep, it looks fine. Seems to be fine. We got a lot of pressure on the pedal. That's what we always want. Want to make sure that we feeling that brake booster working. We don't have any air in the system. Feels good. We have our little issue turning over here, but eventually we'll get out of here. Alright, let's go for a drive. It's night time, guys, so it's good. Brakes looks good. Alright. We're in 21. Stop. Perfect. That's what we want. That's exactly what we want. Yep. Alright guys, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Everything was fine with the truck. We came back to the shop, checked the calipers, we checked the lines, no oil leaks, no issues at all. The customer drove it and he's very happy with the truck. But before we go, I want to show you the next project that we're going to be working on. So take a look at this.